Hello, and today we have a Walking Dead Season 11 review, and this is also great and sad. It is great that we have Walking Dead back on our screens, but it's sad this is the final season, okay? And today we will review The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 1, Acheron, which means River of Sorrow, which means it kind of works. It definitely works for the episode, what happens in the episode. So let's get right into this, okay? So, this episode, gone with the focus on one or two characters like Fear will now do and the bonus episodes did. We now have basically everyone in these episodes, okay? But some characters are more at the forefront than others, like we have Negan and Maggie kind of being the main parts of the show right now. And then we have the Commonwealth stuff, which is doing pretty good. And yeah, oh wait, are you missing something there? Oh yes, remember who the protagonist is of The Walking Dead? Oh yeah, I think it's Daryl Dixon. Was he made the protagonist as of Season 9? Yes, I think so. Then why does he do absolutely nothing this episode, okay? He literally is a side character in his own show. Okay, this is his show now. And what does he do? I don't remember a single word he says, okay? I'm pretty sure he tells Negan to shut up. That is basically all he did this episode other than run off at some point, okay? So, the start of the episode, what happens right at the start? Well, it has a very cold open, which I quite like. It's all like kind of, they gotta sneak into an area and do a thing to get food, okay? And this episode kind of reminds us where everyone is right now, because it's been a while since we've watched The Walking Dead properly, and this episode's like, okay, right at the start, this is our situation, we are all starving, we need to get food, that is our goal, and that's basically everything set up. You're like, okay, now we know exactly what's happening. Okay, you didn't have to watch 6 bonus episodes. Well, you kind of did, but you could only watch you only had to watch 2 of them in a way, and you're like, okay, now we know we have a goal, we're set, and it's very fast pace, okay? We went from the 6 bonus episode where nothing happens in any of them, okay, and it's very slow pace and nothing kind of happens, to this episode where it's like, bam, setup, let's go and do this now, bam, 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 and it's like breakneck speed, which is good because this is the final season. They have to get through quite a lot, and they speed through it at a good pace, constant, like fast, and it's very good, okay, so much happens. There is also a lot of Commonwealth arc build up in this episode, which I thought the first 2 episodes would literally just be the Alexandria group looking for food, but no, it's like 50-50 of Alexandria group doing their thing, and then you have the Commonwealth people doing their thing, and it's 50-50, which is amazing, because the Commonwealth stuff adds so much more intrigue to these new guys. We meet Mercer, we see this weird, like, kind of building doing their ting. I'm not going to go into it other than ting, okay, and there's so much intrigue. They add so much intrigue. It makes you want to be like, I want to see this, okay? Screw the people starving. I want to see this. I would say near the start of this episode, the Commonwealth shit is a lot more entertaining than the Alexandria stuff. But as the episode goes on, the Alexandria stuff gets way more entertaining than the Commonwealth stuff. It's kind of 50-50, which is great. I'm going to keep mentioning 50-50. I hope all the other episodes 50-50. I know episode 3 or 4 is going to be mostly Commonwealth, which is great. Okay, so now I do want to talk about the breakout characters of this episode, which is Maggie and Negan, because there is so much conflict between these two characters, okay? Daryl did nothing this episode, literally. I'm pretty sure he never said a word other than shut up Negan. But the main stars of this episode were Lauren Cohen and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, because they felt the most screen time, because they were like the biggest characters doing the most things, okay? They were at each other's throats the entire episode. I thought they would save this for later, but nah, they are going, okay, let's start it now, start the build up to the absolute fight that they're going to have in episode 1, which is so good, okay? We get so much Jeffrey and Lauren action, okay? They're acting so good, they're so good together, and it's so much fun to see Negan and what's her name? I forgot her name because she's so useless. Oh yeah, Maggie. Just fighting each other. I still don't like Maggie because she's had no character development. There's a scene which goes, she's holding a gun, she's like, I'm not the same person I was. That's my meant to be southern accent. 6 years ago. And you're like, yeah, you were. You haven't changed since season 7, Maggie. You've had no character development since Glenn died, where Negan has gone through this complete redemption arc. Maggie hasn't, which is just so annoying. It's like, you're meant to believe that Maggie's gone through change. It doesn't feel like it. She doesn't feel like, I don't like her, okay? Maggie seems like the villain, okay? And all this tension that they have throughout the whole episode builds up to this amazing ending which happens, and you're like, wow. It just kind of, it's very sudden. You're like, wait, really? That's actually going to happen? What? And it's so good. It's a shame that we were going to get the first part, because this is meant to be a two-parter, and these are meant to be aired back to back. It's like we had half the story, and you're like, wow, this is a very bad standalone, because this is meant to be half the story. But wow, that ending, okay? With like, oh, I don't want to go spoilers, but ooh, is all I can say. Now let's talk about the looks and sound. It looks amazing, okay, because they did change to digital, no longer like the little old-timey stuff. And because of that, the show now looks amazing. It almost looks movie-like in some shots, okay? The show looks like a movie. It's that good. And always the music is amazing. Like, the episode gives you a lot of tension. You do feel everything. Like, you feel claustrophobic when you do. It is just perfect with the sound and looks, okay. Now it is time for my overall one word or / one sentence review, and I would say this episode is absolutely amazing, okay. This is the best episode we have got in years, I would say, okay, because it's been years since we've had episode 15 of season 10. We've been destroyed and beaten with the last 7 episodes of season 10, which are terrible, and now we got this, which is great. Every minute of this is great, and I wish I could watch part 2 right after, okay? I wish it was back to back. I wish I could watch part 2. And that's all I could say. This episode was absolutely amazing. But what did you think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you not? Have you not seen it yet? Are you waiting for it to come out on actual TV or Disney Plus? Please tell me. Talk to you later.